Hey everyone, happy Friday, and I'm back with another Facebook Live. I hope everyone had a good week and did something fun and continued to make progress towards their goals. Um, and this week, I want to talk a little bit about how shifting focus in your goals, maybe temporarily away from your goal, can help you get to the place you want to be, help you achieve the goal that you're trying to get to. It might sound counterintuitive to be like, oh, Ryan, how do I achieve my goal if I shift focus away from my goal? And I agree. I talk a lot about goals, and goals set direction. And they kind of frame how you might go about achieving that goal and the steps you need to take. And I think having clear goals when it comes to health and fitness and exercise and all that stuff is quite important. But at the same time, I also realize that we can get so focused on these goals and we can be so consumed by them day in, day out that it can become a grind. It can wear on you, and you end up really being, you can lose focus, you can lose determination, right? You can lose that motivation after a while, especially when it seems like you might not be making progress towards your goals, right? This happens from in all areas of health and fitness and exercise, right? If your goal is weight loss and you're not seeing the scale go down, it can be quite frustrating. If you and you're constantly focusing on that scale as the main measurement of your goal, or if you're trying to hit some type of uh, deadlift or squat or bench press number, you just can't seem to make it over a certain weight that you're trying to get to. It could be just being consistent with your diet or your exercise, right? You find yourself, you can be consistent for a certain period of time, and then all of a sudden you're not consistent anymore. Maybe it's a sleep related goal where you're focusing on your sleep quality and checking your Oura ring and how much deep sleep you're getting, how much light sleep you're getting, and all that stuff, right? So whenever we get myopically focused on a single thing, and it just wear on us, and we just kind of lose sight and lose determination, and this ultimately kind of where we end up giving up. So lots of times, and I just have a very quick example of this yesterday on how shifting focus can help you get to where you want to where you want to be. And this is a very microscopic short-term thing, right? So it's not like a big long-term goal that I had set that I shifted focus. It's a very small example, but it illustrates the idea. Yesterday, here in lovely New Hampshire, it was what, April 22nd, or at the end of April yesterday, and it was freezing outside here. Literally barely got above freezing, and the winds were crazy, and I was like, oh, I gotta go out and do this run. And I was really hoping to not have to be doing any more runs in freezing cold temperatures. I didn't want to put gloves on, I didn't want to put a jacket on, I didn't want to put my hat on. I thought I was over this at this point, but turns out yesterday was my day to run, and it was freezing. And I stepped out the door, and it's literally snowing outside. So I was really kind of frustrated about it, but I stopped and said to myself, you know what? I get to actually go out and run on the trails. At least I'm not running on on the road. Trails are my happy place. I can go out and run in the trails. I can enjoy, kind of the scenery around me. So it won't be as bad as running on the road like I normally would be if it was the middle of winter. And also, I have the sauna heating up. So when I get back, even if I'm cold, I'm going to jump in the sauna and I'm going to warm myself up and enjoy some nice time in the sauna. And it ended up being quite enjoyable run. I didn't focus so much on the snow. I didn't focus on the wind that was beating me in the face. I didn't focus on the fact that I was all bundled up yet again. I just focused on, the trails. I was out on the trails. I was, running and on the trails and enjoying the scenery around me, enjoying being out in nature. And at one point when it was snowing, I was like, well, this is kind of cool to be running in the snow out on the trails. It's kind of just a nice, pretty sight, right? So I kind of reframed and set my focus to be on something more positive, right? And focused on the fact that when I got home, I had a nice warm sauna to jump into, and that made the run actually quite enjoyable. And also, I did actually surprised myself at my pace on that run too. I did better than I thought I was doing. So it ended up being quite a good run. And I think if I just focused on the fact that it was windy and cold and snow was pelting me in the face and it's the end of April and I'm still running in the snow and all this stuff, that I would have just been like, it would have been a miserable experience, and I'm sure I wouldn't have performed as well as I had, right? And so we can apply the same thing to, whatever your goal might be. If your goal is, a bench press, goal, you're trying to lift a certain amount of weight and you're just kind of plateau your bench press, well, maybe focus on your squat for a little bit, or focus on your deadlift, or focus on your pull-ups, and lots of times when you focus on something else, it takes the pressure off you and you end up making progress. You can make progress on that bench press. Same thing with the scale, right? If you're trying to lose weight and the scale's just not moving the direction you want it to go, well, focus on something else. Focus on, like, how's your clothes fitting, or how is your strength in the gym, right? Is your strength going up? Maybe focus on that for a few weeks, or focus on your sleep, right? Maybe optimize your sleep a little bit, or maybe like it's your stress that's keeping you kind of stuck in this rut of weight loss, weight plateau, quote unquote plateau. So maybe pay some more attention to your stress, or your sleep, or your social connections, or whatever, because all these things have been contributing to, as we've talked about in the past, to weight loss, right? So put your focus outside of the scale and focus on something else that might be hindering you from getting to the goal. So my basic message is, that lots of times we get so monopoly focused on one metric of success and tracking that metric and making sure we're hitting it, dead on, and we're making progress all the time. And in reality, it's just not going to happen, right? We're going to get stuck. We're going to go backwards. We just don't, nothing in health and in fitness and exercise works in a linear fashion. There's always these ups and downs and backwards and forwards. And, so at times it just really helps to say, take your eye off the prize just for a little bit, right? I'm not saying giving up. I'm not saying that you need to switch your goal or anything like that. I'm just saying, just temporarily take a break. Give yourself that mental break. Maybe it's a couple days, maybe it's a few weeks, maybe it's a month, and then come back to that goal and see where you're at. Right? And oftentimes, just that little break can help push you over the edge to start making progress again and get you over that hump. So that's what I really want to talk about today. I hope that helps. I see it a lot in clients and in people that I talk to online, and like I said, in myself, just like in that microscopic one-day instance, if I just reframed what I was focusing on and switched my focus from the snow and the cold and the wind to the sauna and the trails, I had a much more enjoyable run and performed much better. So doing that on a larger scale also works as well. So if you have any questions or comments or feedback on that, or need help with kind of reframing goals or taking a break or how to go about doing that, please leave a comment to me here on this post, or direct message me. I'm always happy to help and chat. And also, if you want to get all of this content that I put out, my Facebook Lives, my blog posts, etc., on a weekly basis right in your inbox, you can go to my website at rjphealth.coach and click the newsletter link at the top and sign up for my newsletter, and you'll just get it emailed to you, so you don't have to keep an eye out for it or be afraid that you're missing anything. And if you are interested in coaching, like I've said, I have a full client load at the moment, but if you want to jump on the waiting list, please, again, go to my website, rjphealth.coach. At the homepage, there's a link to schedule a discovery call right on the homepage at the top, and you can do that, click that link, fill out that form, and I'll put you right on the waiting list. So when I do have a spot open, that you can jump right on in. We can get started working together. But as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please reach out, direct message me. Always happy to chat, and I will talk to everyone next Friday. Have a good weekend, and get out there and do something fun.